All right, after a week of intense violent protests on college campuses across the country over the war in Gaza, President Biden has broken his silence.
Violent protest is not protected. Peaceful protest is. It's against the law when violence occurs.
Here, though, is how Senator Bernie Sanders framed it. He had a warning for the president about what he thinks unrest could do to his reelection bid.
This may be Biden's Vietnam. Lyndon Johnson, in many respects, was a very, very good president. Domestically, brought forth some major pieces of legislation. He chose not to run in '68 because of opposition to his views on Vietnam. And I worry very much that President Biden is putting himself in a position where he has alienated not just young people, but a lot of the Democratic base.
All right, there's a lot there. Joining me now is Michael Smerconish. He is a CNN political commentator and the host of CNN's Smerconish. Michael, always grateful to have you. What do you make of what Bernie Sanders had to say there?
I think there's some truth in it. I may come to that conclusion for different reasons than Senator Sanders, because I understand that the president is trying to appease different constituencies, but I think he needs to err more on the law and order side than he did in his remarks yesterday. I think his focus needs to be more on working class voters in Pennsylvania and Michigan and Wisconsin than those student protesters who are part of the Democratic constituency as well. I mean, the school year is now ending. The war is not. And Kasie, I think that X the unknown is Rafah, because Prime Minister Netanyahu has said that regardless of any ceasefire, that ground invasion is going to go forward. That's not going to be pretty. And I think it could ensure that the unrest spills right into Chicago. And that's where I agree with Senator Sanders, that the unrest could be Hubert Humphrey in the making.
Do you not see, though, I mean, in Vietnam, we had the draft. I mean, that just seems like this fundamental difference to me in terms of what is driving these protests and in terms of the depth of this. I mean, we do see in some of our CNN polling that this is not, while, yes, it's very animating to this segment of the president's base, it's not something that like broad swaths of people put at the very top of their list of things that they're worried about.
True, and thankfully there are no American boots on the ground, which is your point relative to the draft. Here's one of the nutty aspects of all of this. I mean, it actually benefits Donald Trump, I think, to be portrayed, I can't believe I'm about to say this, the guy who inspired the mayhem of January 6th might be perceived by some as the candidate of stability, the one who's not going to allow the unrest, even though he's the one who caused the unrest of January 6th. I mean, that's sort of the insanity of the cycle in which we're now living.
So speaking of January 6th, Michael, we showed earlier in the show comments that Donald Trump made in Wisconsin where he acknowledged that he actually did ask his Secret Service detail in that car as he was leaving the ellipse to take him to the Capitol on January 6th. This has become a very disputed incident. There was testimony that he at one point tried to grab the steering wheel. That particular portion of it has been particularly disputed. But I thought it was very remarkable that he came out and acknowledged that. I mean, what does that say to you in terms of Donald Trump's sort of positioning of, there has been an evolution on how he talks about January 6th, and we are now in a place where he is basically making the people who did that day out to be heroes.
Right, including a willingness to pardon those who've been convicted of January 6th or otherwise face trial if he's returned to office. One of the things that I worry about as we get together on Fridays, and thank you for the invitation because I too look forward to it, but as I look back at the week that's now coming to a close, I say to myself, there's so much news that there are too many important things that are getting lost in translation, not the least of which is what he said in that Time interview in terms of how he'll govern and the prospect of violence should he lose.
Yeah, and just to be clear about that, I mean, he said in that Time interview that if it were a fair election, he could guarantee that there would be no violence. And he also kind of repeated those comments when he spoke to a paper in Wisconsin, where he again said that if it's not right, we're going to have to fight. I mean, he used the word fight. Do you think that if he loses, there will be violence?
I sure hope not. I sure hope the election comes to a firm conclusion on November 5th. I thought that those words mirrored what we heard at the ellipse at the beginning of the whole day and the events of January. So we're gonna fight like hell, right? We're gonna march down there. We're gonna fight like hell. I'm paraphrasing, but I think I'm pretty close. So here we are a couple of years later, and the language hasn't even changed, notwithstanding all of the indictments that surround him.
Yeah, Michael, before I let you go, I do want to ask you about Kristi Noem. She's still out and about defending what she put in her book about shooting her dog, Cricket. Here's what she told Hannity on Thursday.
The reason it's in the book is because this book is filled with tough, challenging decisions that I've had to make throughout my life. And I hope that people understand from this that what the point of this story is that most politicians, they will run from the truth. They will shy away and hide from making tough decisions. I don't do either of those.
Do you think that deciding to not just put down this dog, but then to write about it in her book, I mean, is that just a tough decision? It just really makes me sad.
I accept none of that. The only explanation that makes any sense is that the story was out in South Dakota. She was trying to get ahead of the curve. She thought she would tell it on her terms and try and make it part of a narrative of what it's like to live in rural America. It backfired, but that is not a story that one volunteers unless you suspect in a vetting process it's going to come out, and I'm going to try and put my spin on it first.
All right, fair enough. Michael Smerconish, always very much enjoy having you. Thank you very much. I hope I'll see you next Friday. And everybody should watch Smerconish's show on CNN Saturday mornings. Thank you very much. I want to